So, I have one question for you. How many times a day, or even in a year, or even in your whole life, that you just try to take a step back and have a talk with yourself, have a conversation with yourself, and say, oh, maybe I haven't been really gentle to myself lately. Maybe I've been forcing myself to rush things out every single time. Maybe I'm forcing myself to never slow down every time. And maybe it is okay to take a step back from everything. Maybe it is okay to try and digest everything. How many times have you had those talks with yourself? And I bet every single time the answer would be none. The answer would be no, I haven't had those talks with myself ever. Why? Because in this world, people are expecting you to have things figured out constantly. People are expecting you to have things planned out perfectly in your life. And this led you into a very toxic habit, a very toxic mindset, a very toxic expectation that you won't be good enough if you ever try to prioritize yourself and try to be present in life. And this has also led you into never wanting to ever slow down and try to take a full control of everything slowly, one by one. This has also led into this 31.9% of teenagers that has suffered from anxiety. This has also led into approximately 85% of the population, which is a lot of percentage of people. They have suffered from low self-esteem. And sometimes us as humans don't really appreciate ourselves enough. We tend to give out more than what we give to ourselves. We tend to fill each other's cup constantly, not knowing that we have nothing left in our cup. We tend to forget that the most valuable thing to know is being able to take a full control of yourself, being able to have your cup fully filled to the brim, but still being able to give out to other people and not prioritizing other people, serving other people much more than you do to yourself. And this has also led into yourself being the most harsh and worst judge ever to yourself. And I have an example for this. What are these? Fruits. Correct. These are both fruits. They're both circular. But are there any differences in these? Of course. But are the differences that they both have takes away the value that they have? No. And are the differences that they have make them less of a good thing that they are? No. Yes, of course, people will prefer apples over than orange, and people would also prefer orange more than an apple, and that's okay. Because the vitamins that an orange have, an apple doesn't have. But the vitamins that an apple have, this orange doesn't have. So if you stripped away the value and the uniqueness that you have, that you yourself have, and compare it to other people, it would be a very toxic thing because you are both different, but you both have a valuable thing about yourself that you could point out. Other than trying to, what can I do? What can I make a difference about myself to make me fit into the standard of this apple? And what can I do to make myself different from this, to fit my standard into this orange? There will never be an ending if you constantly try to compare each other's in life. So maybe if you try to settle down and then not trying to keep on rushing things out in your life and try to be more present in life, you will feel how valuable you actually are. You will feel how much you're worth. You will feel how, I really don't need to be that judgmental of myself anymore. Because I'm different, and that's okay. I am different. People will see me different from other people, but that's okay. Because I am good enough. And the differences that I have from that other people does not make me less of a good person. The differences that I have from that person does not make me less worth less than what I actually am. It does not take away my value. But sometimes people tend to strip away the reality of the differences that people have. And sometimes that makes us think that, if I'm not constantly fitting into these standards, I'm not going to be good enough. I'm not going to be, won't like me ever again. But that mindset and that toxic mindset can be really bad for you, because these expectations that you build to yourself every day and trying to live out every day, it's just not going to work out. So this is why being present in life is so important, and not trying to constantly fitting into what people think that you should do, because these would cause so much harm to yourself. And being present, being able to try and digest everything, being able to know when to slow down, is the most valuable thing that a human can understand. Because as you know, that we live in the generation where things needed to be perfect, but that is not true. And you don't need to worry about anything. Why are you worrying about the future that doesn't have a guarantee to it? And why do you worry about the past that cannot even be repeated ever again? So I feel like being present in life and knowing where your worth stands and knowing where your value stands is a very important thing to know in this modern life, because what you see yourself is more important than what other people see you in. So if you try to grasp everything, take full control of yourself, everything will fall down into its place. Everything will fall down perfectly aligned with how you should do it. Thank you.